Hi, my name is NUNZIATA, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and also a proud FENIX Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I am thrilled to be speaking with award-winning singer-songwriter, Michael Graetzer. For more on Michael, you can read more about him right below this video, but in the meantime, here is my interview with the incredible Michael. Well, hello, Michael, how are you?
I'm good.
Just finding out in our pre-interview that we literally live blocks from one another. And this is what I love about what I do with FENIX. Michael, you are an award-winning singer and songwriter, but beyond that, you then took your skill set and craft and are able to, in the beautiful vessel of an artist you are, give it away in your amazing, amazing creation called A Song Just For You, an amazing company where you tailor songs for specific people in specific occasions. But I want to begin at the very beginning first. Michael, where did you grow up and when did you realize that you had a knack for singing and then later songwriting as well?
I grew up in South Dakota. I sang in choir in high school and in college. I always kind of played guitar on the side, learned John Denver songs, that kind of thing. I probably wrote my first song when I was 21 on a bicycle trip. I used to like long distance bike trips. Sorry, what was the other part of the question?
I know I had like 5 in 1 and then gave you the intro, then went it right in with the Barbara Walters question. I asked you, you answered it. Where did you grow up and when did you write your first song?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was 21. It's called the Northern Oregon Coastline, and it was a bike trip down the coast. And I actually got it written up in the paper in the Bay Area when I was playing it at a club. So it was
I love it.
The trip, yeah.
So Michael, here you are, you've written over 150 songs, award-winning songwriter. Tell me about how the idea of A Song Just For You came about. And then, well, I have other questions about it because it's genius.
Okay. Actually, I know exactly how it came about. I was going to a pitch meeting for entrepreneurs where you basically stand up and say what you're doing and people will help you or whatever. And I had no idea that I was even going to participate. I was just showing up for the energy of it. And then I told people, this is what I do. And I realized a while back that, like in advertising as a writer, there's no such thing as just be creative. Everything is within parameters. The competition A is saying this, competition B is saying this. You got to start a new conversation. You can't say any of that. And there's a certain tonality you need or a certain demographic you're targeting, and you tailor everything you write for a very specific need. And I thought, well, I can do that with songs for people. And most songwriters that I've met are not interested in writing on spec, so to speak. They just want to write what flows. But for me, writing on spec kind of gives me a focus and a deadline and all those important things. So yeah, I like it.
Well, I love it, Michael. And like I told you also pre-interview, I couldn't help but grow up with advertising in my bone marrow because my father has been working in advertising for over 40 years. And so when my twin brother and I began our professional career at the ripe old age of 10, singing jingles, he would talk to us about all these terms about, what is your unique proposition? Will and it has to be Will and Anthony, not Anthony and Will, because Will and Anthony, it floats, and he's giving us all this jargon. And I'm telling you, as a performer, but then later as a director, all of these tools in my tool belt has helped. And the way that you talk about this whole notion that, from that advertising mentality and then combining it with your love of songwriting and people, you're able to create these moments for specific people and specific stories. And obviously people can look right below this video for the link for a song just for you. I'm curious, are there any stories of people that really stand out for you in terms of, these assignments in which you've had to write songs for?
I mean, they all do, because every single one is unique. That's the thing that I actually like the most, is that basically I'm asking people questions that no one's ever asked them before, because I don't know them, and I'm asking very personal questions. And after a while, people often start off with generalities, but after a while, once they start to trust me, then they really say things and they think about things because no one's ever asked them that. And like, what was the moment that you knew that you were really going to be a couple? And friends don't ask that because they've known them all the time. And it's very touching, what they come up with and what comes out of their mouths. And I try and add the details of that into a song for them. And that's, yeah.
Michael, what a beautiful gift that you provide people. I mean, talk about, this quote is above my vision board, so I see it every day, and it makes me think of Maya Angelou's quote: people are going to remember how you made them feel, not so much what you did. And the
Mhm.
fact that you are, for me at least, looking at it, and I don't know if you look at it like this, but you are writing a #1 hit song for each and every person that
Exactly.
comes to you. And the
Yeah.
fact of the matter is, they will have that for a lifetime.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the other thing that I love is, like, I'm not chasing radio airplay. I write the songs so they are general enough that anyone can enjoy them, and maybe I'll perform them in my sets. But they have the specifics for that person, and yeah, it's tailored for their life, and that's very gratifying.
Michael, I know it must be very tough to pick one specific moment or person that has come to you to write them a song, but I'm curious maybe what one of the most unique circumstances have been. Do you have like one or two or three?
Sure, everyone's unique. Uh,
Are they usually all in the United States?
yes, yes. Um, I mean, one of the most touching to me was a couple, and they got married. Um, they'd gone up to Maine, where his family had a place, and they would go hiking. And then one year when they were hiking, they carved a heart in a tree, and it says, Chris loves Fanta and all that stuff. And then the next year they went up there, he got up early in the morning, and he snuck out, and he went behind the tree, and he carved, "Will you marry me?" And then they went hiking, and they went to their tree, and he said, "Oh, well, sometimes when you carve notes in a tree, the tree speaks back." And then he had her go around the back of the tree and see that he'd already carved that. And I just thought, that's, how romantic can you be? I mean, that's beautiful. And that showed up in a song called "Here You Are." That's, yeah, I was very touched by that. Yeah.
That is beautiful, Michael. Well, listen, I think of you as part songwriter, part therapist in what you do. And especially in a time for all artists, but for all people, this obviously has been a traumatic time, and probably a trauma that we're going to feel long after it's quote unquote over. I think about what you do with a song just for you. And I think about the healing capacity it has had and will continue to have. I'm wondering, throughout this time, have you had people reach out to you, and have you noticed a shift in some of the stories in terms of maybe just people wanting a song for a loved one to just get through the day?
I haven't, no. I mean, things picked up for me a little during COVID, but no, it's pretty much life events. Nothing COVID specific, but yeah, it's life events. Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful that even in traumatic times, these beautiful life events still need and want to be celebrated. And the fact that someone can speak with you, Michael, maybe share something they've never shared before, but then also have a tailor-made gift that they then can pass on for generation to generation is a beautiful gift in use of your amazing talent.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I like it, and I mean, it's funny, when I was first starting the business, I was talking to an artist friend. He said, "Oh yeah, well, it used to be only royalty could get someone to compose a song for them. You get Mozart or Bach or whoever, if you're royalty, that's it. That's the only way a song got written." And I thought, well, now anyone can be royalty, without, a country's budget.
Well, Michael, you're an inspiration. I'm so grateful to have gotten to know you, grateful to have spoken to you just for a few minutes. And I look forward to the next time. And thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
In the digital age, artists and bands struggle to make a living. In fact, only a small number of artists can live off their craft. For the 98% of artists that don't have the luxury of being signed to a label, it's tough. But artists deserve to live off their art. Wherever you are around the world, appreciation of music does not change. FENIX brings bands and their fans together, whilst allowing bands to properly monetize their passion. The FENIX app will directly connect bands and fans with no need for middlemen. We're utilizing the blockchain to give the power back to the artist once and for all. Join FENIX, join the change.